Welcome back to my channel where math is made easy. So today we're gonna do a super simple topic, but it's one that a lot of people would have had issues with. So it might look simple, but it's something that we need brushing up on, and it's called equivalent fractions. Now, before we even go any further, put in the comment section where you're viewing from. I'd like to know where you're viewing from, and I want to give some big shout out to all the people that I see watching. I see people watching from India, Singapore, and my Jamaican people and the US people. We have people all over watching, so just put in the comment section where you're watching from. Also remember to go subscribe, like, and share this video, and don't forget to leave a comment how it's helping you. All right, now before we go any further, I'm just super excited about this topic because I've gotten a number of questions about this topic, and I just want to show people how simple it is. All right, so equivalent fractions, they're really representing the same quantity but written in a different way. So let's look at this. These two rectangles up there, notice they're the same size, but they're divided into different amounts. So the first one is divided into 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is our denominator, and this one is divided into 2. Now, if I'm to go in and shade 1, 2, 3 parts of that rectangle, the quantity that would have been represented would be 3 out of, so that's 3 out of 6. All right, so my fraction is 3 out of 6. Now, if I'm to shade one piece of the second rectangle, that would be 1 out of 2. Now, I want you to note where the blue line is. If you notice, in both rectangle, it's representing the same quantity that is being shaded. Do you realize that? It's the same quantity, just written in a different form. All right, now that's exactly what equivalent fractions are. They're the same quantity being represented but written in a different form. So we're going to dive in today as to how do you write equivalent fractions of a given fraction. Now you can write that in different ways. So 2 ways: you can either multiply or you can divide based on what the fraction is. Now our first fraction, if you realize that it's in our simplest form, and if you haven't yet watched that video, please go over. I'll put that video in the comment in the description section so that you have the link for it. Now, I did a video on simplifying fractions. If you notice, this is already in the simplified form, so you can go over and watch that video if you don't know how to simplify fractions. So in this case, if I'm asked to write equivalent fractions for this, I would go ahead and I would multiply. Now, the key thing is you can pull any natural number to multiply it, but you must know that the same number that you use to multiply the top, you need to use that number to multiply the bottom as well. So let's go. So I'm going to choose 2. So if I multiply the top by 2, I have to multiply the bottom by 2. So that's 2 times 1, 2. 2 times 2, 4. Right? Now, let's say I'm not choosing 2. I'm going to choose 3. So that's 3 times 1, 3 times 2, 6. If you notice, I would have gotten back these 2 fractions. They are equivalent fractions. Let's look at this one. Now, I'm going to write equivalent fractions for this. In this case, I can either multiply or divide because this is not simplified, so I can divide and I can also multiply by getting bigger fractions. All right, not bigger in quantity but bigger in the numbers that they're being represented. So let's take the division one first. Here, remember, you have to divide by the same amount. So I'm going to divide here by 3. So that's 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Notice this and this, they're the same quantity as was shown in that diagram up there. So that's something that you need to Remember, I could choose to multiply by another natural number. That's okay, because they did not specify what equivalent fraction they're wanting. But in some cases, you're told to find specific equivalent fractions. Let's look at example 3 and 4. It says, find the equivalent fraction for 2 over 4, but in this case, they want the equivalent fraction where the denominator is 12. So that's 2 over 4. And they want the equivalent fraction that you're going to find, its denominator must be 12. Now, the question to ask yourself is, what did they do to 4 to get 12? Did they multiply or did they divide? Because we did examine over here where we said that you either multiply or divide to get the equivalent fractions, right? So here, did they divide or did they multiply? Obviously, they multiplied by 3. Remember the rule, anything you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. Anything you do to the top, you do to the bottom. So I multiplied here by 3, so it means that I have to multiply there by 3. So that's 2, 3, 6. All right, so my equivalent fraction with its denominator being 12 would be 6 over 12. All right, let's take this one. I want you to go ahead and try this one. Pause the video and put your answer in the comment section. Go ahead and try this one. All right, now let's do it together. So it's 3 over 6, and they want your numerator to be 1. All right, now what did they do to 3 to get 1? Divided by 3. So it means that I must divide this by 3, so that's going to give me a half. Now I hope that this video would have helped you now to make equivalent fractions super easier. And no, I know you can put the comments in the comment section. It's really simple. All you need to do is to apply these. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.